Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk big than actually make things happen in his career. You may hear him speak with excitement about new opportunities or big plans, but he doesn't have the drive or discipline to push through and make those dreams real. If you're hoping for serious progress or stability, this is not someone to rely on for that.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he will likely get upset quickly and might even lose his temper or complain a lot. He struggles to handle stress and often reacts with a lot of emotion when faced with problems. He usually doesn't have the patience or confidence to keep pushing through tough times.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might find him friendly at first because he's polite and tries to stay on everyone's good side. But he can be hard to be around for long. His quick mood changes mean he can get upset or act out over small things, leading to arguments or misunderstandings. Respect is hard to earn without steady effort. And since he doesn't put in that work, colleagues may start to keep their distance or see him as unreliable.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he might seem happy for you on the surface. But deep down, he won't really understand or appreciate what you've achieved. He might get a bit jumpy or moody if your success makes him feel left behind or shows up his own lack of ambition. In short, he won't celebrate your success the way you deserve.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he might not come out and say anything, but deep down, it will bother him. He could start acting moody or get irritated over small matters, especially if he feels like he's not matching up. Instead of being openly supportive, he may become unpredictable, nice some days, distant or cranky on others.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not someone who thinks much before spending. If he sees something he wants, or if he's excited in the moment, he's likely to buy it without worrying about the future. Planning, saving, or sticking to a budget just isn't his style.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend he's better off than he really is. Instead of living within his means, he might spend money just to have fun, show off, or keep up with others, even if he can't really afford it. You may see him buying things he doesn't need or going out when he shouldn't.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is friendly and acts pleasant, but when it comes to real kindness, like going out of his way to help or showing deep care, he often falls short. He'll gladly join in on fun outings or celebrate with others, but don't expect him to be truly generous if you or someone else needs real support. He isn't stingy in a strict way, but his giving doesn't have real heart behind it.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not very secretive or controlling, but he's not really open or careful about money either. Mostly he talks about money when it suits him, but avoids serious conversations about bills, savings, or plans. You'll need to be the one who asks questions and keeps things clear, as he won't take the lead on this.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is unlikely to step up on his own when it comes to housework. While he may not openly say it's only your job, he won't take much initiative either. If you don't ask or remind him, chores will likely go undone.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by watching or giving suggestions rather than rolling up his sleeves and actually doing the work. When it comes to chores or diapers, you might catch him standing nearby or saying, "Let me know if you need anything," but he won't jump in unless pushed. He prefers to keep things easy for himself and may even act as if just being present is enough.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is usually more focused on defending himself than truly listening to your side. If you bring up a problem or share your feelings, he's quick to argue or make excuses, trying to prove he's right. If you want calm, thoughtful talks, you may have to do most of the emotional work yourself.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he gets angry, he struggles to keep his cool and can end up saying things that hurt your feelings. Instead of staying calm and respectful, he might raise his voice, make sharp or disrespectful comments, or show his anger in other ways that feel upsetting. If you want a partner who always handles disagreements gently, this may be a tough match.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry quickly, often over small things. His mood can change fast and he may say or do things in anger that are hard to take back. You deserve a peaceful, safe environment and a person who can control their anger.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He has a hard time saying sorry and truly taking responsibility when things go wrong. If there's a problem, he's more likely to blame you or make excuses rather than admit his own mistakes. This can leave you feeling like you're always at fault even when you aren't.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may say he understands your boundaries, but in practice, he doesn't always take them seriously. If you say no or set a limit, he might push back, try to convince you otherwise, or act hurt and moody until you give in. He often struggles to see things from your point of view and can put his own wants first.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding and giving you space, he might get upset, moody, or act distant. His feelings can get hurt easily, and he may react by sulking or pulling away rather than respecting your comfort.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be careful here. When he is upset or angry, he might bring up private moments or things you shared in confidence, using them in arguments or to make a point. This kind of behavior can make you feel unsafe and worried that your personal feelings are not protected.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be distracted by other women, especially if something new or exciting catches his eye. He enjoys attention and fun and doesn't always think about the long term effects of his actions. His lack of strong commitment and tendency to act on impulse make it harder for him to stay loyal and focused on just one person.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be possessive and show signs of jealousy or control. You might notice him questioning who you talk to, wanting to know where you are, or getting upset when you spend time with others. He could become moody or even try to limit your freedom just to feel secure himself.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what may look like a protective nature is actually a sign of being controlling. He might say he's looking out for you, but in reality, he wants things his own way and expects you to follow. True care gives you freedom and respect, not limits and fear.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He might join in for special occasions or when it's fun, but the daily tasks and responsibilities will be left mostly to you. Be aware that you may end up carrying most of the weight on your own.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He can react quickly with anger or frustration, sometimes raising his voice or making sharp remarks. This can create a tense atmosphere at home and make the kids nervous about making errors.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is not likely to fully support you as both a mother and your own person. He may enjoy the attention and care you give as a mother, but rarely steps up to help you have time for yourself or your own goals. When you try to balance your needs with family life, he might not understand or offer encouragement.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but could later expect you to step back or quit once you have a child. His early encouragement is often surface level. He doesn't truly see or value the effort you put into your work. This kind of change can feel disappointing, especially if you hoped for a true partner who stands by your goals through all stages of life.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will most likely act polite on the surface with your parents, saying the right things and behaving properly during visits. However, don't expect real warmth, deep conversations, or extra care beyond what's needed to keep things smooth. You'll need to put in extra effort to keep everyone feeling truly connected. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than making much effort to fit in himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. When tensions rise, he tends to get easily upset, lose his patience, or say things that add fuel to the fire. He's not good at finding gentle solutions or keeping the peace in tricky moments.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern and easygoing with you in private, but expect you to fit the traditional supportive wife role when his relatives are around. He may enjoy a more relaxed relationship behind closed doors, but won't stand up for your comfort or choices in front of his family. This double standard can leave you feeling confused and pressured as you end up living two lives just to please everyone else.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even quietly side with his family rather than standing up for you. He doesn't like getting involved in conflicts, especially when relatives are concerned. So you may find him silent or making excuses instead of backing you up. This can leave you feeling unsupported and alone during difficult family situations, carrying the burden by yourself.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He has many signs of being a mummy's boy. If there is ever a conflict between you and his mother, he is very unlikely to stand up for you or take your side. His first instinct will be to avoid upsetting his family, especially his mother, even if it means leaving you feeling alone or hurt. He might ask you to adjust, keep quiet, or simply walk away from the situation rather than support you openly.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is quite likely to share the details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He doesn't fully understand the meaning of boundaries, and when upset or confused, he may look to his family for comfort or advice, even about things that should stay between you two. In a healthy partnership, trust and privacy are key. If he can't keep things just between you, it's a serious concern.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out often feels like you're carrying most of the emotional and practical load by yourself. He brings excitement and laughter at times, but there's little steady support or real partnership, so you may end up making most of the big decisions, solving daily problems, and holding the relationship together.